everyone, Coach Joanna here and welcome to TNT. For today's class, you don't really need any equipment, but it is good to have some things on hand. Today you can use a block, you can use a book, you can use a pillow, whatever you'd like. And also if you have these infinity and resistant bands, these mini bands, that would also be another great option to have on hand for today's class. So I'm just going to have like a glider nearby, just some items nearby. I think for today's class, a pillow is a great option, as well as a block or something similar to that. So we are going to get started with our warm-up. I will mention the items again throughout the workout, but we are just going to get started, right? Warm up, get our body warm and ready for today's workout. So just starting in place, we are just going to start with marches. So just marching in place. I'm going to start a clock for me to, actually stop. Reset. Just going to go up and start. All right, we're just going to do marches in place. Try and get those knees higher than hip crease and just alternate our hands and feet. And go. Just hands and feet. Try and get those legs up, those knees up, marching in place, right? Push those elbows back. Maybe we're slamming the legs down. Maybe we're going a little faster. A little faster. A few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. This time we're gonna have an imaginary lat pull down. So we're gonna bring those elbows back and squeeze them back on together behind us, right? As we march, or for some of you who are gonna do with me, we're gonna kind of hop in place, a little skip in place with that marches, right? Ready? We're gonna pull down, skip back, pull down, skip back, right? 3, 2, 1, and go. We're gonna pull down and march or hop kind of in place. Whew. This one's not a good move with my hairstyle today. That's okay. Keep pulling down that imaginary pull-up bar. Get those knees up high. Warming up the shoulders, legs, just everything right now. Get the blood pumping. And rest. Shake it out. All right, at one side of your mat, if you have a mat, legs are locked out. We're gonna do a hand walk out to a high plank. We're gonna hold there and just hold. Warm up our core. Listen and follow along. Knees are locked out, maybe not too locked out. Hands come to the ground, feel that stretch. Feels so good. And then walk your hands out all the way to a high plank. Holding here. Really strong high plank, elbows away from the ears. Good, down dog. Pedal it out. Stretch those hamstrings. Warm up those shoulders. Get that nose to toes right here. And then walk those hands back in. Stand up tall. And again, hands to the ground. And then walk out high plank. Strong high plank. Down dog. Walk back in and stand. Again, one more time. Walk out high plank, hold. Nice and strong. Keep it up. Walk back in and stand. This time you can come, if you need to walk forward. We're gonna take one step back, do a reverse lunge. You can keep that knee up, you can keep it down, whatever you'd like. Up to you. We're going to take our hands to the inside of our foot. Again, that leg is still lifted or not. Nice low lunge. Or take our inside elbow, reach towards our instep, nice and low. Keep that back knee lifted if you're there. If not, you can stay here. And twist past that bent knee. Side body twist. Ooh, feels so good. Straddle that front foot and send your hips back, folding over that front leg. 2 variations, right? Folding forward, re-bend into this low lunge. Stay here. Again, that knee can drop down, hands up to the sky. We want to feel that stretch in this back hip. Whew. Squeezing, and then twist past the bent knee, looking behind you. And let's do it again. Hands down, knees down. We're going to flow through so you can stay knees down, or they can stay up. Other leg's going to come forward. Other knee or other leg's going to stay back. So we're just switching sides. Right now, hands are on the inside of that foot. Nice low lunge. We're going to elbow to instep. Reach down low. And then twist past that bent knee. Open to the side body. Ooh, you should feel that stretch on the outside of the legs, hips. If you don't, then you might not be doing it right, or you might not need the stretch. All right, straddle that front foot. Send the hips back. Straighten that front leg. Right, folding forward. Again, we can drop that back knee if you need for any of these. Getting deep into that hamstring. We're gonna re-bend into that knee, that front leg. Find your balance, hands come up to the sky. Stretch that lower hip, or that back hip. And then we're gonna twist to our side body, look behind us. Good. Hands come back down, drop that back knee, and we're just gonna come on out of that. Flipping over to our back side, warming up. One of our main parts for today are our glutes. So we're just gonna go up into a glute bridge hold. Got a lot of glutes happening here, engagement. So we definitely need to make sure that they are warm. Heels are gonna be on the ground. We're gonna wanna try and keep our trunk of our body as one piece. We don't wanna bend and break at the spine in any which way. So the way to do that is to engage the core to kind of keep that spine in a nice strong alignment. We have flexion within our spine. Right now we don't want to do any flexion or extension in our spine. We want to make sure this stays at one piece. So if I were to sit up, I'm bending it, right? My hips come up, it all stays one. I'm not trying to curve it and do one vertebrae at a time. All right, dig those heels down and away without moving them. Hips go up and we're gonna hold here. Press those heels down. Remember, we wanna kind of push them away without actually moving them. Stay here. Keep holding. If you feel like you're holding yourself up with those elbows, bring those elbows up to the sky. Keep getting those hips up higher, don't let them sink. Keep holding, keep holding. And rest. Shake it out. Whew. We're gonna go into it again this time. We're just gonna bring our arms and our elbows to the ground and back up. So we're kind of doing a little bit of a chest fly as we stay up in this glute bridge hold. Before we do that, if you need a sip of water, because it is dry today, at least in my house. All right, so we're just going to, as we're up in this hip bridge, we're just going to extend the elbows and the hands out and squeeze them back in. We're going to try and squeeze all those muscles as we do it. So we want intense muscles. Engage them as we go back and down and squeeze them as we come up. All the while our hips are staying up high to the sky, right? They don't fall. This is, if you have your mini band, you can wear that around your knees. All right. Now we're gonna use the timer. 10 seconds, just so I have a timer for us and we don't do this forever. 3, 2, 1, glute bridge, hips up, hands to the sky, out to the side, and back, right? Really try and squeeze and squeeze back. And when you feel like you have that mini band, maybe around those wrists, and when you pull it apart as you bring those hands down, and then when you think that you have weights on your hands pulling them to the ground as you bring it back together. So squeeze down, squeeze back up. Squeeze down, squeeze back up. We have tension going both ways. Keep those hips up high. I already saw mine drop. Keep it going, nice and controlled. If you had weights, you could use them here. And rest. All right, we're gonna go up into glute bridges. Nice and narrow feet, so bring those feet close together. Maybe you have, you can use a block, a book, a pillow, whatever. I want you to try and just squeeze an object between your knees. Right? Nice and narrow. Going up in 3, 2, 1, and go. All the way up, all the way down. I want you to squeeze that block as you push those feet away. And again, we're not actually moving those feet. We're just squeezing that block together with our knees as we lift our hips to the sky, right? As high as we can. And back down. You got this. Stay with it. A lot of thinking. Not as easy as it seems. Few more. Squeeze that object and rest. We're gonna go up, hold, same thing with our arms. Block stays in on the inside of our legs, holding our hips up high. If you have weights, you can use them here. And go. Hips up high, squeeze that block. Hands go to the side, squeeze, come back together. Over that chest, not over that face. Right? Keep those hips up high. If you don't have weights, just squeeze and hold. I think I have like 3 pounds here. Again, just keeping equipment nearby. So options for everyone, even if you don't have them. Resistance, hips up, get them up. And rest. Whew. Hopefully you felt that one. When we remove that block, we're gonna get our feet together, knees wide into a butterfly position. We're gonna do our glute bridges here. Knees stay wide. And go, hips up as high as we can. Keep those knees out, hips back down. Right, we're pressing into the sides, outsides of our feet to lift our hips back down as high as you can. You might know some changes from your left to right side. That's okay. A little wiggle here and there, side to side. All the way up, all the way down. We're working that outside glute and hamstring. Right? Keep lifting. Really try and focus on pressing equally to both sides, coming down equally on both sides. This is where it's really challenged to keep each side the same. Whew. And rest. We're going to do that one more time, okay? Knees are wide, bottom of the feet together, pressing hips all the way up to the sky. And again, go. You can play around with how close your feet are, how far away they are. I like them to be just where my feet would be on a regular glute bridge. I find that to be the best area or spot. So right where your feet really were, you want to keep your feet same spot, just about. It's okay if you only go like low. It's okay if you want to go higher, whatever works for you. It's going to get different areas of your glutes as you can, whatever you can do. But challenge yourself. The higher you go, the more you're going to feel it, but you might get more wiggle side to side if you do that. And rest. Check, bring those legs in, just stretch it out. Little knee hugs here from the left. Hug that knee into the chest, and then switch. Hug that other leg into the chest, and switch again. And switch again. Good. Whew. All right, next part. Ooh, no, we're gonna skip that part. Next part, we're gonna get into our quadruped position. I'll write down, and then I'm gonna decide if we're really gonna do it or not. Now, I have a glider just for an example. You don't have to do this, but you can if you'd like. So we're gonna be in our quadruped position. We're gonna keep our knee and our legs at a 90-degree angle. So we're gonna bring our heel up to the sky. I want my heel to the sky. Now the reason why I have my glider here, you could use a book or anything, maybe even your shoe if you're shoeless like I am, is to practice what I just did, is to make sure that we are having that balance, right? We're kind of like waiters. We're having that balanced object on our foot here, so we keep that nice and flat as we pulse and lift it up to the sky, right? I'm not going to actually do it with it for today, but what we're going to do, hands are under our shoulders, get those elbows or shoulders locked down. Our left knee is in line with our left shoulder, right? Or even in line with our left hip. Right knee still in line with that right hip. We're just going to lift that knee up to the sky. Lead with that heel to the sky. Without moving and pumping our back hip, we're just going to pulse the left heel to the sky, right? I don't want to see any twisting side to side where our side body opens up to the right. If you have any resistance bands, you can use them here as well. I don't know if I would suggest doing it for this first one, but what you would do is put it on the bottom knee and keep that other leg up right on the bottom of the foot, right? So that is an option. We can do that next round. First round though, just little leg pulses, about an inch or two, right? Leg up and pulse. Heel to the sky, right? Really try and press that heel to the sky. We get those glutes squeezing a little bit more, only an inch or two, and thinking about keeping that back hip or that right hip down, right? A little bit more focused. We're just lifting the knee and the hip up and down. As I'm talking, it's even harder. Few more. Stay with it. Whew. Check on it. Stay with. And rest. Shake it out. We're going to stay same side. We're going to extend that knee up, and we're going to extend that leg out. So we're in this like one knee, I can't speak, one knee plank. What we're going to do is do a leg curl. So we're going to bring, touch to the ground. We're going to bring and curl that heel into our glutes, right? We're going to curl that heel into our glutes and extend out. Same side. Still on the same side, same leg. And go. Curl it in, extend it out. Curl it in, extend it out. If you don't feel this as much, you can open up that back hip. You can stay in a high plank, whatever you'd like to do. I'm going to stay not in a high plank. I'm just going to curl it up and back. We kind of want to keep our knee in the same spot in space, right? We're not really moving it as much, just extending and working on extending the leg and curl it in. Easier said than done. And rest. Same side, same thing. keep that leg extended, we're just going to slide it out to the side body and slide it back, right? Not moving or twisting our hips. And go. Slide that foot out to the side and back into this high plank. Nothing else moves but this leg. I want you to really feel it in your core as you do this. Keeping the toes down, and the leg is long. All the way to the side, all the way back. Stay with. Ooh, over halfway there. Few more. And rest. We're going to do the same 3 movements on the other side. Quick sip of water. This way we give that leg a little bit of a break, but clearly not too much of a break. All right, we're going to start with that heel lift. Heel pulses to the sky. Inch or 2 into the sky, okay? In quadruped position, left leg now goes up, and then we lift with that heel pulses. 2, 1, and go. Pulse that heel up to the sky. Just little lifts. Keep that knee as high as you can without lifting our whole hip, right? Or even bending at that lower back. Keep that core tight. Focusing. Little lifts. Feel that in the leg. We're working it. Whew. And rest. We're going to go same thing next, those leg curls. So extend that out to a high plank, curl that heel back in. Extend out, heel back in. I want you to really squeeze the glutes and hamstrings as you do this. It's the only reason you'll feel it. And go. Heel in, extend out. Heel in, extend out. If you'd like, I like to keep that toe tucked under for the best results of squeezing that hamstring, right? Heel, extend. Toes are, instead of pointing away, tucked in. It's the same thing we kind of did with our the last one. Should feel it now. Few more. And rest. Next side, we're going to extend that leg all the way out and then out to the side body and back. If you have a glider, you can use it now. If not, it's going to be a little bit harder to work. And go. Extend it out to the side and back. Use that core. Extend it out to the side and back. Nice long leg. We're feeling this in our hip. Getting a nice little rotation here and extending all those little muscles and big muscles here with that whole side core. Extending it out and back. Stay with it. And rest. Staying here in this high plank on your hands, but let's take a quick sip of water. If you need to rotate those wrists, might have a lot of just, I kind of like to do a figure 8, right? And interlace my fingers, maybe a little bit of away, pressing those palms down, maybe back 2. We're gonna do our controlled mountain climbers. We're gonna go knee to elbow, and then listen to the rest. Actually, we're gonna go right into it, right? Wow, time is flying. Why? All right, knee to elbow, knee to nose, knee back to other elbow. So elbow, nose, other elbow. We're gonna cross the body. We're doing the same leg the whole time, right? So elbow, controlled out, nose, other elbow. Ready? And go. Elbow, nose, other elbow. Elbow, nose, other elbow. Stay with elbow, nose, other elbow. Elbow, nose, other elbow. Keep going. Few more. And switch sides. Opposite knee. Knee, elbow, opposite elbow. We just switch sides, which leg we're using the whole time now. Right into it. Whew. Stay with. And rest. Onto a side plank. We're gonna hold here. Side plank hold. We'll switch midway. I just want you to roll around to the other side. And go up and hold. Side plank, I'm on my elbow, elbow under my shoulder. Stay with it. Whew. Few more. And rotate other side, right? Switch though. Nice and strong. Keep those hips in line with those heel and that elbow. And rest. Awesome. Next time, we're gonna go high elbow, and we're gonna float through, or not high elbow, side to side plank, right? My feet drop to the side, and I open up side to side. Go! When you're ready, open up side to side, right? Our feet are not stacked here. We're starting in a high plank, and we're just rotating side to side. Stay with it, nice and controlled. Try and bring that hip around so we're in this nice side body plank. Three, two, one, and rest. Whew, shake it out. Let's see what else we can kind of fit in. All right, we'll do two more. We're gonna lay on the ground on our belly. Two more moves for today. Just finish it out. So on our belly, we're gonna do swimmers. So we're going to, you can keep your head down or your forehead down. We're gonna lift those arms up, extend to the side, and back. I prefer, if you can, we're gonna lift up, arms come up, swim to the side, and then come on back and down. What I mean by that is our hands stay up. We lift up off the ground. We extend our hands out. When we get to about this T position, we start twisting our thumbs down to the ground and keep rotating so our palms go to the sky as we bring our hands back together as they stay long on our back. We reverse that, coming back with those thumbs floating through towards the ground, back overhead, and then we get to rest on the ground, right? Let's do it. Some swimmers in 10 seconds, I believe, yeah. All right, 2, 1, and go. Lift up, swim those arms back down behind you, and bring them around and rest. Up, swing those arms all the way around, thumbs together behind you, and coming controlled back overhead. Keep going. If you'd like, you can even lift at those legs too for an added little back engagement for that Superman. We don't have to lift the head high though, so don't feel like you have to really lift up super high. Good, keep lifting. Arms around to the back and down and rest. All right, last movement here. Last movement for today. Staying here, we're gonna bring those hands, fingertips gently on top of our head. What we're gonna do is we're gonna pulse those elbows back. We're gonna get butterfly elbows. Here, we're gonna pulse those elbows, butterfly elbows back, working on a lot of back and shoulder. All right, still laying down, fingers on top of the head. You're gonna keep your head down, that forehead pressing into the ground, and we're just moving just the elbows, okay? Press the hips down, press the forehead down. Whew. All right, in 3, 2, 1, head down, fingertips behind, press those elbows away, up and back. Just a little bit, about an inch or two. Nice and gentle. Really engage the entire body of the core, nice and long. Really working, these are like butterflies, but for the elbows and the back. Stay with it. A few more. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. All right, awesome job today, guys. Sorry we didn't get as much done as I had hoped or thought we could get done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you felt a little tighten in tone, a little strength training in just regular day movements. Again, next class, we're gonna start using equipment a little bit more, so make sure you have that available. This is TNT, Tighten and Tone, with Coach Joanna. If you took this class on a replay, please make sure that you comment below. If you're on live, please make sure you comment as well, and hope you have a good one. Thanks for joining me.